School. I'm Callie Anilowski.
And I'm Raquel Amato. Happy Friday the 13th.
In the news.
I'll be filling in for Liam Wolf.
So, Rock, how do you feel to be here right now?
It's honestly a dream come true.
Oh my God! This past Wednesday, students once again had the opportunity to attend a school-wide board meeting. During the assembly, students witnessed the general business of the school board and ended with an open forum where students presented questions. Although all issues could not be resolved during the event, students are encouraged to stay involved and provide input. For more on the story, Kaylee Quick.
Hey, I'm Kaylee Quick with In the News. I'm here with Mr. Hepler, who is the school board president. Mr. Hepler, is the school-wide school board meeting going to be an annual thing?
Well, we'd like to think so. It's a way for us to keep in touch with the kids. When it comes down to it, I think all of us on the board are very kid-oriented, and that's kind of where it grew from.
Why is it important for students to be active in the school community?
Well, it's important because you're here every day. You know, the students are living our North Schuylkill, along with the teachers who are here every day. You need to be active because you can sit around and complain, but if you don't get off your backside and do something about it or become a part of making the changes, then you're just as guilty for it being the way it is. So I think that's a big part to the process and teaching kids how to advocate for themselves too.
How can students maintain contact with the school board after the annual school board meeting?
I think the most important part, like we talked about in the meeting, is coming to the committee meetings. We all have North Schuylkill email accounts, but I think a bigger part of getting in contact with the school board, people need to understand and trust some of the administrators and teachers that are in the faculty that are in the building as well, and go to the faculty or go to the administrators or write them a message or try and sit down and talk to them to work things out before it gets to the school board. But if you want to come and see what's going on or have questions directly for us, the committee meetings are probably the best ones to go to because that's where we're doing all of our work. When we vote, we just kind of know what we're already doing there and just kind of work through that real quickly. So,
Thank you.
Attention junior high students, do you love the newscast? Do you wish you could be part of our weekly segments? Well, we have a great news for you. Newscast is planning a special junior high in the news that will feature anchors and reporters exclusively from 7th and 8th grade. If you think you have what it takes, please see Mr. Smith in room 935 immediately after school Monday, November 23rd to schedule an audition. Last week, administration proudly announced our prestigious ranking atop the list of all public schools in Schuylkill County. North Schuylkill shattered last year's goal of 80 and surpassed Blue Mountain with a score of 82.9 on the school performance profile. Mr. Roseberry elaborates more on the next segment with Brielle Frosch.
I'm Brielle Frosch with In the News. I'm with Mr. Roseberry. We're here to discuss the fact that the Spartans have received an 82.9 on the SPPs. So, Mr. Roseberry, can you tell me what the SPPs are and what did we do as a school to receive the 82.9?
Okay, the SPP is a school performance profile, and that is something that the state came up with a couple years ago. That is a grade for all schools, and they take a lot of factors into account. They look at the school's academics, they look at what the school offers, the academic rigor, they look at all the standardized testing, and what they want to see in the testing is they want to see growth. So as long as you are growing at the rate that the state predicts that you should grow, you get credit for that. And if you're not growing at the proper rate, then you would obviously lose. Then they take other factors into account, like the PSATs, the ACTs, the number of people that are taking those tests. They look at the number of AP courses that you offer. They look at the number of kids that are passing the AP, scoring a 3 or higher on that test. They also look at SATs, how many people take the SATs, how they do on the SATs, how many people go to college. They look at your graduation rate. There is a certain amount of mystery for all of us. None of us know exactly for sure what drives the number. So there's a little bit of a guessing game for administration. There's a little bit of a guessing game for me. So it makes you nervous. Nobody really wants to go on record and say, we're going to go up or down. Nobody wants to go on record and say, here's what we're going to do, because you don't know. And this year, everyone was told that you will go down because they changed the PSSAs, and they changed the way that they were going to assess it and the rigor of it. And so most people were predicted to go down.
So where do you think we will go from here, from the 82.9?
Well, from the 82.9, and it was, I mean, I think it's a fantastic accomplishment for the building, for the staff, for the students. I guess before I say where we go, I would back up and say maybe where the 80 came from. I've had students come up and ask me where the 80 came from. And our score when I first got hired here, I think was like 72.5. Then last year when they came out, it dropped to like a 71.4, which is not a great score. And so the 80 basically came from what I thought we could achieve within a couple of years. And of course, Blue Mountain was the school at the time that had the highest score. So I'd like to be the best in the county. I think we all would hopefully like to be the best in the county. So 80 was at least going to close the gap. So the fact that we overachieved and got 82.9, I think, and overtook Blue Mountain was just a bonus all the way around. So now that we've achieved the 3 goals that I set out when I first got hired, which was improve our score, hit 80, and beat Blue Mountain, we do need a new direction. That new direction for me is as long as we go up. I think we put some things in place last year and continuing this year that will drive the score up a little higher. So for me, we just have to be a little greater than we were last year, which of course was the 82.9. So being a kind of a symbolic person, I have a couple designs that I was sharing with you guys. And so the way my brain works is like this. So we came up with a lot of different things that could use the symbol of greater than and incorporate it into us. And hopefully will become the new theme. Now I have an art person, a shirt person kind of working on these designs to see which one is going to actually be the one. But I would like to move forward from this point forward as a building, as a staff, and with the students to say that we have to do everything we can to be greater than. You have to not just work harder, you have to work smarter, and you have to actually do things purposefully to move that number. So we need to have a sense of purpose, we need to have a sense of urgency, we need to have a theme, and I hope everyone will join me in that we must be greater than next year than we are this year.
The A-Team has found some success in recent missions.
The A-Team.
Wait. Wrong A-Team.
The academic team recently competed here at North Schuylkill against the neighboring districts. Pottsville and Minersville attended the competition, but Shenandoah Valley was unable to make the event. North Schuylkill won both matches and will compete again on December 7th at Pottsville.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Due to the limited time allowed for a newscast, we will be releasing a special lengthier segment exclusively online. You can look forward to a fall sports special that will be released on Thanksgiving vacay. The link will be accessible through the district's Facebook and Twitter pages.
We are midway through November, which means you may have seen a few more beards around the building. Certain teachers are competing against each other to see who can grow the fiercest facial follicles. After Thanksgiving break, we will air their results. In celebration of No Shave November, we are quizzing all of you on famous facial hair. You will see a series of numbered images of famous beards and mustaches. The first person to give Mr. Smith the correct list of all the answers will receive a special prize. That's all we have for you today. Hopefully Liam joins us again soon. I'm Callie Adolowski.
And I'm Raquel Amato. Stay sassy, North Schuylkill.